Hello everyone and welcome to this reading. I'm so happy that you're here, and whenever this message finds you, it is meant for you. I made a video. Let me just cleanse our space here before I get into it. There we go. So I made a video that I haven't posted yet, and I've been felt and drawn by spirit to call this part 2. Like always, this channel is meant to just show everyone how this journey to the self and to this spiritual awakening, how this journey is going. And so this is how we've been called by spirit to show you all how this journey actually looks from the beginning and how it transforms. So you also can go through this channel from the beginning so that you can see everything that has changed along the way. So I've fully understood that this is like putting myself out there, but this is a call that I've felt from spirit, and it comes truly from my heart. So I know that everyone that will receive it will understand it and will feel it the same way. So I'm truly grateful for you all that are returning and coming back to this channel, and also all of you that are watching this for the first time, that this is a message for you. I'm happy that this message has reached you, and that whatever you hear here, whatever you hear in this video will help you in your further journey forward. So with that being said, make sure that you always take what resonates, leave the rest behind, use your discernment, and remember that you are power, okay? So everything and every answer that you seek truly is within you, first and foremost. Like we said, this we've already picked your cards out, because let's say it like that. When we started, we did part 1. And so we just wanted to kind of to sit here and clarify for ourselves, because that video was quite a lot happening. And so we wanted to unpack it, but Spirit said love and life. That the way that we were putting out the cards, we just kept hearing love and life. So I'm assuming that this is love. This is the role that will be of love, and this is of life. So the life within you that is happening right now is you, the viewer that is watching. This is your role. And this is the love surrounding you at this time. And this is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, I think I'm going to title them part 1 and part 2, so that you can go back and watch that video and see what resonates for you in that video. Because yeah, this is a part 2 on that video. So with further ado, I'm just going to ring the bell. So just make sure that if you have iPhones on, that you are putting down the sound, because it can be quite loud. So, okay. So the first row was about love. And let me just say, these couple of 3 days as I've been having these cards, and usually I do frequently card pulls and just keep myself updated with the cards visually and what they stand for. And this time I picked the cards and I put them on the table, and Spirit just asked me to leave it like that. And I'm never questioning my messages from Spirit, so I just left it. And I was actually about to do my dishes, and Spirit said, now is the time to make this video again. So it's, for me, I love to finish something off before I start. But when I get this call, I really want to just sit down and do it right in that moment, because that is what Spirit wants it to be like. So I never know why, and I don't question, but I definitely feel resistance. So when I'm feeling a lot of resistance, I know that it's a good message. And I feel like the viewer, you are kind of in the same place right now. I feel the energy of collective is in the same space of having a lot of resistance, especially those that are awakening. Okay, there's this energy of wanting to suppress and a lot of things happening in the 3D reality of wanting you to just like take your attention, so you don't focus on what actually is important, but you to keep focusing your energy here, there. And mostly I feel I'm being drawn to these material things because I've experienced this myself, that it keeps dragging you away from what you're supposed to do, because this energy is challenging you. So this energy can come in the form of people, of co-worker, of the environment that you live in. And keep in mind that it's not the actual person, because some of them don't even know that they have agreed to becoming a part of the system and how it works. So then they just become like tools in the system of, yeah, doing maybe not so nice things if we think about it in that sense. But let's not judge and know that everything that happens is actually happening for our greatest good and helps us to develop forward. Does it feel enjoyable when it happens? Absolutely not. So I'm right there with you, and I understand that that can be quite difficult having that energy. So try to see whoever that is, whether it's in your family or in your surrounding, that carries that energy. You will feel them very easily. Like they don't want you to succeed in any way. Just know that you are in the path of doing something very great. So I am encouraging you to continue into your path and don't let anything stop you, because there will be a lot of resistance. Okay, trust me, I've started this channel and I feel like since the first post I've ever made has always been a resistance. And the more resistant it's been, in some videos that I've made, has always been those videos that has had actually more likes and that people have felt drawn to watch. So just know that when you're doing something that's good, that's what I'm trying to say, is when you're trying to do something that's good and that's from the heart, you will always be met with this energy that doesn't want that to happen. And it can be quite challenging. So I'm right there with you, and know that you're very strong. So let's just get into this reading. This is the love. This is your love. So they're in higher polarities, because we always speak of higher and lower polarities, because some people are actually in a relationship and are having some significant others, and others of you that are watching this, because like I said, you are a lot of you out there, beautiful souls, and some of you are in higher octaves and some of you are in lower, and we're all in this journey. There's nothing to say that someone is good or bad, but we're all in different spaces, okay, in this journey. So the Lover's card in reverse is saying, if you are in this journey of awakening within yourself, there is a disharmony within yourself. Okay, you're not harmonizing with your masculine and your feminine. And I feel it's more in the feminine aspect. So I'm being drawn to a strong woman that have had a hard time of letting this feminine side be open, because we always have to be this strong kind of woman that just pulls through everything and gets through all these difficulties. And Spirit is asking you to harmonize with yourself, to bring yourself back to balance, because all of these parts, which was in part 1 of this reading, is that this harmony, you need to bring back all of your pieces, because our mental mind can be shattered in many pieces in different directions. So it doesn't have to be just your energy being scattered away in different direction. It can also be your mental, like your physical body can feel like, I don't want to do this, but you feel like this is something that you do want to do. So there is a disharmony within yourself. I hope that makes sense, because sometimes it's very difficult to to know in each and every single one of you what your story is, but try to understand it in your way of how you're supposed to see it. There is something that needs to be harmonized. That is the message, that there is something inside of you that needs to be harmonized, and that you haven't worked on this so much because you haven't, it's a feeling of that you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it, you don't want to acknowledge it, and therefore there hasn't been much effort put into this. And Spirit is asking you to look at it and don't feel so challenged by this. Understand that this is something that needs to happen for you to step into this new energy. You can't keep having the same energy coming back here, right? So, because here in the middle, and we're always looking at the middle cards that are spreading out. We got the Sun card. So this is such a loving energy of that Spirit is having your back. You're being protected by the divine. Everything will work out in your favor, and you just need to connect. You see that this is a child here, and again this keep repeating itself of this nakedness, this pureness that just represent this pureness within yourself. And these sunflowers, they're always turned against the sun, no matter where the sun is. In the night, they're like, when they're sleeping, it looks like they are actually dying. But in the morning, they just wake up and they just follow the sun. So this is the same way that Spirit wants you always to look, no matter what in the situation is going on, that you should always look at the sun and follow the sun, because there is where that comfort will be for you. So just bring yourself back to these aspects of yourself. It's not, when people speak about the child within us, and we start to have this picture of us being a child and playing, and that's not quite the same way. It's more talking about this innocence that we have when we are children. This innocent of this curiosity and faith and having this beautifulness in life, trusting that everything will work out fine, everything will be fine, and just being just silly and playful and always happy. This is what Spirit wants you to come back to that side of you. You need to connect to that side to understand what you need to further do, okay? This is in the higher polarities. We will get into the lower polarities, but I really want to go in the higher octaves here, because this has caused you to close your heart because of all of this happening, of this harmony, which has rippled out into your relationships and into everything that's been happening around you, has caused you to close your heart, and you're not making any decision. You see how she's sitting? She just crossed her heart with these two swords, and she's not picking any direction really, and she's just sitting there in this. It feels very cold. That's the energy. It's very cold and it's blue. So just open your heart. And why is it closed? Yeah, because you've been going through so many heartache. The heart is completely pierced. It's just these three parties, involvements of deceptions, and just too many energies involved constantly in whatever that you've ever done with that involves love has always been deceptive, in the sense that someone else has always been interfering. So it's never been a clear understanding or a feeling of love, because there's always been this energy. And it goes right back to there. You see how this is in the end and this is in the beginning? It goes right back to that again. It is because your energy is scattered within yourself. And this ripple effect goes out to everything in your life of how you view your reality, okay? So this is in the higher polarities, but it's definitely love inside here. There's so much love here for you. I feel like Spirit is saying that you don't have to worry about all of this, because this is all planned out. Everything that is happening right now for you is already predestined. This is not just something that's randomly happening to you. It's a contract that you already made before you even stepped in here, okay? So in the lower polarities, because I have to mention this too, because I'm picking up the energy. It can be the energy connected to you, but it can also be an energy that's maybe an outside watcher looking in type of thing, okay? And then I feel like I'm just going to go straight into it. There will be no marriage here. There is no marriage here. Because you gave too much. The other person didn't give at all. And therefore, it is causing you to leave this, I feel it's connected to Leo. It's a Leo, or we have Gemini also here strong. Gemini or Leo is involved here. And that's why you couldn't make a choice, because you were, see, I feel it now, that it's so difficult to say something, because I'm having this feeling of not knowing what to say, really. And that's the same energy that is coming through here, that you can't make a decision because of other energies that was involved in this. Maybe it was the third party that was involved. There was a cheating involved, and it made you not be able to make a decision based on that. So you just kind of sit like you were just sitting there. See, I have difficulties talking. So someone is not talking something that they should talk. And this caused a lot of heartache in this situation. So much heartache. It just broke your heart in half. And I feel very difficulties has come with that. But also that has brought you into an awakening. So remember that we just spoke about the higher layers. Wherever you are in your layer, you're supposed to learn that lesson so we can go forward. Because if we don't learn that lesson, we can't understand. It could be just a little detail that we miss. And if we skip that little detail, like if you skip a letter in the alphabet, just one letter, if you skip it, then the alphabet wouldn't make sense. Or a word, if you skip one, just skipping one letter. Thank you, Spirit. And because I have so many difficulties talking here, because someone is not talking, that's what I'm feeling. But let's just go back to this energy here of, if you just miss that letter, one letter, it will be so difficult to understand what word you're actually reading. The same way goes here, that there was something missing, and it just caused all of these difficulties. Like, I feel it wasn't necessary. It could have been so much more easier if there were communication. But I feel like there wasn't no communication, and the Spirit got your back. Maybe for the better of it. Yeah, because the person was not giving into it. Let's just go down here and go in the higher octaves again. We will go back and forth in this video, so I hope that this will help you. But I'm picking up the energies, so I have to explain those energies that are coming through. So I don't want to skip, or I don't want it to be one way or the other, because there is no black or white. There is actually both of them, and sometimes they are woven into each other and makes a complete new picture of it, so to speak. But there is definitely a message. There's definitely a message. And I feel here in the higher octaves, because you've been scattered from your mental mind, and these aspects of yourself has been so divided. I feel finally now you're starting to learn. There's something unlocking inside of you. You're learning something new about yourself. And Spirit is kind of pushing you into that direction, because you're giving the universe the signal that you want to be ready. And so the universe is kind of giving you that push, and keeps telling you you need to push forward. You need to show yourself more so that we can receive you more, because that's how the angels, the higher dimensional beings, they work like that. They can't just interfere. But if you rise your frequency higher, they can actually see you, and they can enter and give you everything that you need to have an understanding about. So I feel like right here, you kind of, you're sending out this signal to the universe, is that you can't figure it out. You're trying to figure it out, and you're looking. And now they're kind of... there's kind of like spoon feeding you. So you're getting a little bit and a little bit of how much that you can handle right now. So I know that you feel like, I can handle this. I can get all my pieces together, and I can understand all of this. But think about this in a higher octave, that and I don't know, octave, if I speak of that, maybe you sing or you use tones, because I don't know why I'm using that word, because usually I would use a word like layers. because I feel it goes in a layer like an onion. When you peel it, it kind of never stops. It's nothing in the middle. But now I feel like I'm seeing octaves. So, and that's in music. So maybe you're into music, you're playing some instrument, or you're using your voice in some way. Spirit is saying that you're learning a lot about yourself. You need to use that more. That brings you joy. And maybe it's something that you did when you were here. Yeah. Maybe you did something when you were little that was very movement, very creative, that you need to bring back to yourself, because this is helping you to heal those parts that was scattered away from you. That's what I feel with this card. And if we go to the next row here, that you haven't worked on it, but there is, see, Spirit is giving this activation here of your third eye. Your third eye is activated, and you've been having these difficulties because I feel like every time that you're going, because this is the energy that's around, every time you're going towards a goal, something just slams shut in your face, and you're having to start over again. You have to do it differently, and it's kind of tiring. So I don't feel like you were lazy when you were giving up this in the higher layers and octaves. I feel more that in this situation here, you were not giving up, but more just tired of going there and just getting this energy. But I'm telling you, this energy is like working overtime to make sure that you do not see this amazingness. Because just imagine how many hearts that you can heal. When we get out of a difficult situation, no matter what it is, no matter what our gifts are, when we are able to share this with the world, to heal others, to get people out of this system that they're locked in, that is when blessings happen, okay? So don't give up and don't give in to nothing, because Spirit will give you this. You will have this cleansing in your third eye. You will see something so clearly. It will be here. I have this feeling that it will happen right now in the astrological new year. Within a month or two, something will happen in you that will just open you up like a lotus flower, and you will have a deep understanding. Perhaps you'll get a vision for some of you, but mostly there's just this... there's an idea that the seeds will grow out of the ground. That's what I'm getting. The seeds will grow out of the ground. So it's a lot of fertility with this card also connected, but it is definitely a new beginning. So you will not be in the same energy. Definitely this bringing in new energy and new passionate energy. And since we're stepping into Aries also as a sign in the lower octaves, that this is definitely a passionate new beginning of endeavors, of whatever it is that it is for you, even if it's this inside learning. So with this situation here, with the Sun card, and it was like rose-colored glasses when you were looking into your past. That's what I feel. When you've been looking into your past, you haven't seen it clearly. It's been very deceptive within your memory, within how, because, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. When we're dealing with things from the past and our mental mind is scattered and all pieces are not together, this is not to gaslight you. This is more of a protectingness that the ego does within yourself to protect you from this harm until you're ready. But then the ego becomes kind of like an enemy, because he never wants you to see this and acknowledge this. And because you're in these stages and you're in such a higher level of understanding of awakening, that it's inevitable. You can't, like, there's so many difficulties. Someone really has something difficult that they need to express, that they're not expressing. If this is something inside of you that you need to express, and you have hard times expressing it, Spirit is saying this is all the blockages from your childhood. Okay, these are all blockages that have been put there, maybe not intentionally, but all of this has been from Spirit intention, with intention to make you grow into something that you're right now, because now you're having that innocence, but you're not naive. See the difference? You might have this naivety, and I don't know if that's a word, but you might have that before and just jump into things. Like the Fool card, it always jumps into things. But now I feel like you're standing in this power of Queen of Swords. You're using not more of this logic, because, I mean, let's be honest, nothing here is logical at all. That is just, that word shouldn't even exist at this point. But you are using your discernment. You're really cutting right through it. What do I see it like, and what am I wishing to see it? What is interfering? Because our feelings, our emotion, how we saw it in the moment can change over time. And I feel like Spirit is going to send you all of this opening so you understand it. So sometimes don't put a story to it, because the mind wants to put a story to it. The mental mind can't go beyond these limits. And Spirit is here with you. So the mental mind can't follow this. So the mental mind will take you as far as it can go, and then it will stop here. And Spirit is saying, we're backing you up. We are going to move you further. So try to feel everything, okay? Feel it, don't put a story to it, and understand in time there will be a clearing. And because the Queen of the Sword is here, she's put her emotions aside. So sometimes when we have our emotions involved, we can't see it, because maybe it's a family member or it's a situation and we're connected to it emotionally. We don't see it clearly. But when we put down the emotions and we really look at it, not in a cold and cutting way, but just in a way of being an observer in the situation, we can see it clear, and it will shine bright as the sun here for you. So just, this is a beautiful card here, matching the Sun card. So under this tool of making this decision and not knowing where to go because you don't have the full picture, this is what I feel here in the higher octave. Something will happen where there will be a fast movement forward. Something will happen. You'll get the birth of an idea, because these both are fertility. Look at the colors of these cards together. Like, this is like an explosion here, right in the whole reading. And just, it's just saying here that there's something that will move fast forward, like in the target, like here, right in the center, in the middle, fiery, just piercing right through, having all of this color, all of this vibrant life, vitality, energy, just coming right at you. So swiftly, as not knowing which direction to take energetically. Am I going here? Am I going there? Am I taking off this blindfold? Will I even open my heart? Something will happen like very quickly here. And it will just change the whole trajectory of the situation. So have faith in that this will happen. And don't try to understand how it will happen. Because when we go back here, you've been put out in the cold, in the sadness. It's been so sad, yet the key is right there, the door is right there, okay? And this card is usually being in financial difficulties, but I feel more connected to that you've been put out in the cold with this energy of this heartaches. Every time that you've given, you've overgiven, and then there you are ending up to suffer. Why is this happening? Yes, because Spirit wanted you to learn something here. Spirit wanted you to see something here. And you're finally seeing it. That's what Spirit is saying, that you're coming out of this. You're actually coming out of this coldness of being left behind, because you are deserving something wonderful. And when we're looking at this from a lower polarities, I just want to say here that this, if we're going back to these energies that I'm picking up here of not being a marriage, this will not be a marriage, because you will learn something about this person. This person has been hiding something from you that you didn't even know. You had no idea about this, and you're just finding out this information. I feel like someone's going to come to you with this information. You are about to receive information of someone that will just tell you what really happened here. And this will be clear to you why there will be no marriage here. And this will also be clear to you why this I feel like person, because when we're speaking about in lower octave, this is actually physical people, like why this person hasn't put in the work into this new beginning. So I feel like, because this is your life and this is the love here, they will not be in your new beginning because they didn't do the work. This Leo or Gemini energy, whatever that fills in, if it's in your chart or in the person's chart, they will not be here. And see here, Leo, and we have, again, it's just strong Gemini, just very air, energy and fiery energy. So I feel like this person, if it's a Leo, and this Gemini person, is very cold. This is a very cold woman. From the lower polarities, this is a very cold energy, like very cold and cutting, and it's just like, just kind of being mean, unnecessary mean. So I feel like that's the involvement, if it's a woman that you're involved with, or that that you are this strong woman and you are not giving this person a chance. Like, you understand this, there will be no marriage, you just got the information, this person hasn't done its work, and here you are understanding that no, 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 I'm seeing everything clearly how it is, I'm not going to accept it. And you're just not, you put, before this person could have played with you with your emotions. Now you've put your emotions down and you can see it clearly. You're not having it at all. It's like, I'm not cold, but I'm not giving more to you. Absolutely not. I've done too much work. You didn't do work. Why am I supposed to give? That doesn't make sense. It's that kind of energy. It's like, it's cocky in a positive way. It's not condescending, but it's more reassured, a confidence, an understanding what you deserve, and you're standing in that confidence. And because you've been in this energy of not knowing and not understanding, you still made a choice. Even when you didn't know, I feel like this energy, whoever I'm talking about right now, that I'm picking up in this energy, whoever you are, you didn't know, but still you move forward. And Spirit gave you this to move forward for a reason. They weren't supposed to be there because they had you in a third party. They left you out in the cold. They weren't telling you anything about this. This person was involved with someone else. They lied. They kept you in the dark. They just did a whole number on you. And just this left you very hurt because you didn't do nothing to deserve this. I'm just telling you right now, there's not your fault when you are dealing with people like that. Sometimes when we want love so much, it becomes a big gap between us and the love that we're seeking. So in order to close this gap, we need to fall in love with ourselves. And this is what I feel like this energy is saying here in this reading. With all the layers, octaves, this is what this reading is saying. In this life, this energy here has understood and has worked on the value. This energy here is an energy that has been giving in, like giving into the system. I'm going to get this, and for that, I'm going to sell my soul for it, basically. But you suffer through it and you didn't sell no parts of yourself. And you should be very proud of yourself that you didn't do that. You didn't sell yourself short because you knew what you deserved. Like always, I'm going to pull the cards right now to just close in the reading, but I do understand why Spirit made me wait with this card, because there were so many more stories and they were in different layers. So I couldn't just talk about one. I understand it now. I was not supposed to miss any one of you or your stories. And you know who you are and which story is yours. But you all have something in common. See? You all have something in common. This confidence that has been growing you into becoming and stepping into this new energy that you need to step into. And this other part of love that has been difficult in this journey going through this, but has also developed you into loving in a deeper way everything and understanding it. It's not giving someone a pass, really. It's more of an understanding that a person doing that is not loving themselves. That you understood that it had nothing to do with you. And I mean, that in itself is growth. So that's beautiful, just to understand that completely. Not just understanding the words, but also feeling them. And having this opportunity to actually go through it. It's a completely different thing than reading something or knowing something. To experience is so much more giving than to just hear someone tell you that they have experienced that. So, you know, when someone talks about love, if you haven't experienced love, how can you speak of love? It's that kind of energy. You have to kind of go through it to understand it. So, Spirit, for the viewer watching this video right now, and if you've watched this this long into this video. Truly thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure to like it and share it with someone that you feel needs to hear this message, because we need more love in this world and authenticity, right? So let's just see here. Yeah, see? Oh my goodness. The moon. We have Pisces energy coming in, and here the moon. Something will be revealed. See? In the higher octaves here, you're learning something about yourself. You're learning something about yourself. And as you're learning something about yourself, something in your subconscious, it's coming up. It's coming up to be clear, to be revealed from the past. Okay? That's in the higher octaves here. In the lower octaves, as you're getting this message and you're not getting into this marriage energy, it's a no. You're finding out something. Something was hidden and it comes to the light with this message. You're going to find out something. Okay. What do we need to know more here, Spirit? What does the viewer need to know? What do they need to know and see right now in this moment, Spirit? Thank you for these messages. We're truly grateful. 4 of Cups. See, because you are being given something. You're not looking at this. Spirit is asking you to look at it. This normal 4 of Cups, there is one hand coming out of this cloud, the Riddle's Waite version of it. There's a hand ushering out of the sky and giving this cup to this person that's looking down. But look at this, all of these cups are in this box, which is saying something that was yours. You're not just going to get one cup. Let me tell you that. You're going to get all of these 4 cups. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but it's like something has been hidden away from you that was rightfully yours. And Spirit saw all of this. And just because of that, you're not just getting 1 cup, you're getting 4 cups, and it will be in this treasure chest for you. As in ideas and in development. In the lower octave, I'm also picking up a person. There's a person that hasn't done the work and they are feeling like they don't deserve nothing. And that's not true. We all learn. If we don't win, we shouldn't think about it as that we're losing. We should always see it as either I win or I learn. That's how I always see life. Because if you are hard on yourself and see every opposite of winning as a loss, then you've gained nothing from it. So I feel like you should be more, you win something or you learn something. Because we never lose anything in life. If we truly look at something as it is asking you here, this energy and this lower polarities, you need to look at something. You need to look at something really closely because the divine is giving you something and you need to take it. And for you others in the higher octaves here, I'm just saying, wow, that is amazing. Or I'm picking up the energy of these couple and this other person. He's supposed to learn something from this. He's not accepting this loss, but he has to accept this loss with the viewer's energy. He just have to accept it, and he's not accepting it. And Spirit is asking him to, you really need to look at it. Look how the octopus is looking up at him, and he's just looking down. But the octopus is looking at him there. That's quite funny. I love to see how the images are connected together in this 3D reality. Let's see here with the Sun and Queen of Swords before I go too deep. Okay. We have 5 of Swords in reverse. See, someone has been deceptive here. This situation has been deceptive and it's coming out because someone took something that they shouldn't have taken. They took something that wasn't rightfully theirs, and Spirit will bring that back to you. If this is in your mental mind, in the higher polarities, if you are going through this deep awakening, I'm telling you right now, there's something within yourself, in your mental mind, that the ego has split you. You kind of been split inside from it, so you can't see it. And Spirit is letting this moon just shine that light on this mental part of yourself that has been putting blockages in you, and this energy that is kind of disturbing you has been using this like to play a mental game with you, like you're already feeling this unbalanced feeling, and on top of that this energy is playing you like a fool. So it's like double swords inside of you, which is a no-no from Spirit. And that's why you're seeing this. I just feel like this Queen of Swords, she's like, no, I see you. I see you. I see your energy. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to mess with my head. You're trying to mess. That's the kind of energy. And it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. Like I say, we're just reading these energies, really. But this energy is like, no, it's not having it. It's just like cutting through these illusions with the sword. Like, she is really seeing it for what it is. That's wonderful. Let's keep going. Seven of Wands. See, Spirit is protecting you. Seven of Wands, all of these wands, all of these energies are keep attacking you. And this is in the collective also. Whether you're in the higher or in the lower octaves, this is all talking about the same thing. These energies, they are just attacking you over and over again. No matter what you do, you kept being attacked because you're doing something. You're doing something great. Just know when you're being attacked and you're doing something out of love, and you're being attacked, just know that this is meant to happen because you are doing something good. Otherwise, why would anyone attack you if you're not doing anything? Because they know that you are a threat to them, because your energy is strong. You're standing in a loving vibration, and that vibration helps everyone else around you. So keep being there, keep standing there strong. It's not easy, but all of this, Spirit is saying all of this is meant to be like this. I don't know how long this reading is going to be. I'm just going to wrap this up. Okay, this was a very, very long reading, but let's see. Give us one more card here. There's one more card here. Lock in the Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. We're truly grateful. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And then the Lovers. Look at that. After all of this heartache. Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay. After all of these heartaches, after being left out in the cold, bruised, beaten down, energy-wise, here you are in union. In the higher octaves, you're in union with yourself. Your darkness and your light will shine bright, in unity together, day and night. As you flourish and grow, your true colors will show. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Wow. I guess that was a poem that came through there. Okay. Wow. No matter what happens here, all of you, there's so much love coming in here. You're about to have love entering your life. You're in union with yourself. This confidence that you've been growing here will be a mirror out to the world, and you will receive the same love. And to all in the lower that have difficulties of even loving yourself, yeah, that's changing. This is a beautiful ending. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. I hope that this messages helps you and that they will bring you further in your journeys. And thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful day. And as always, send in love your way. Bye, everyone.